We're flying to Miami right now. One of the things we're doing there is we are public speaking. I am a guest speaker at a private community, new entrepreneur, new founder. People bought tickets to come watch me and Dom speak about all things entrepreneurship and building a brand. Why am I challenging myself with public speaking at this stage of my career? Dude, because I'm fucking scared of it. And I'm not good at it. And I want to get better at it. And if I'm scared of something, I want to go, the only way out is through. Like that. The only way out is through. And just to become the best version of myself, I want to look back and know I conquered this fear and develop the skill of public speaking.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Doing well. Just getting started.
The Bloom vibe is also associated with 7-Eleven with this fun pit stop on your way to your favorite cultural event of the year. The Bloom girl, and like we just want to make sure the brand is associated with fun experience just like that, and that's, you know, hopefully a vibe you can take when you're consuming Blue cans in any in the future of your life. We spend less than 5% of our marketing dollars on Facebook ads, which I imagine is the lowest amount of any CPG company.
Don't let that slip out.
We only have 1.5 shelves, even though we were kind of promised 2. And Red Bull has 2 full shelves, and Alani has 4 shelves. Thank God we got the bulk soda end cap in addition to this.
Buy a pallet.
But like your inventory issues are,
Buy a pallet.
So you should, let's call Samia and say, let's see if we can get something for July.
In business, it always comes back to just buy a fucking pallet.
Wait, can we go back real quick to why you buy a pallet?
All right, so you buy a pallet because Keurig Dr. Pepper are distributors. Let's say they only go in once or twice a week in a good case to go restock the shelves. If we run out of stock 24, 48 hours after the restock, so if they restock on Friday morning, by Sunday there's no energy drinks left. So we need to somehow make a scenario where there's so much inventory in the store, like an entire pallet, so that it lasts through the whole month and there's enough inventory. We just need more inventory held at every Target, and it's not like beverage. They don't hold it in the back of the store. It's just what fits on the shelves that you're allocated. So we need to come up with a strategy to just have more inventory dropped off at each time Dr. Pepper comes to the stores. So if you look at this for May, June, that's our Shirley Temple. That's our summer edition that I haven't told anyone what it is yet. That's only a shelf and not even another half of a shelf. So that's going to sell out in 36 hours each time it's restocked. So we need to call Target and say, hey, we want to buy space on the center of your store. This might be, $1-2 million. And ask for a pallet in your full chain, or at least in our top 500 stores, where we can just stack Bloom this high, and that will last through the whole weekend, or at least in between each drop off. So let's call Samia and see if we can get a pallet.
So they don't keep it in the back?
They don't keep, in beverage, they don't keep it in the back. Dr. Pepper trucks pull up and put it on the shelf.
Wow.
Well, they do have a back. It's
like HEB?
It's this big.
No, you have Pepsi, Coke, you have a very limited back.
Oh.
But Walmart's different. There's more back stock, so it depends on the retailer.
Oh yeah, this is just Target I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Target.
I'm CEO of Bloom, president of Bloom. JJ's doing all media.
The whole Bloom gang.
Yeah, Hudson. This is the whole company.
This
Comfort have an office?
It's a work in progress, I believe.
My bad. Yo, what's going on, guys? What's up, everybody? Nice to meet you guys.
What's up?
Dude, that's great. Nice to meet you, bro.
Good to
Long
meet you,
time
G.
coming, man. Dude, this is great. This is everything it needs to be. When did you found Comfort?
August of 2022.
All right, so you're only like 4 years in.
Yeah.
And so you just never felt like you wanted a home base.
I wouldn't have known where to start.
Yeah.
Like we only hired, we started hiring after year 1.
Yeah.
It was just me, Fiverr, and then like Kimberly, who's my director of
Yeah.
influencers. So that was like after year 1, we did like 16 million, and we
Yeah.
were like, oh fuck, like we're gonna
have a very
drown.
similar story.
Yeah, we actually have to figure it out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I was like, dude, this brand is fucking ripping. Wayne, Greg.
I hate when you're in the middle of film because I want to like practice the flow.
No, bro, it's
Nice to meet you.
not
Hi.
flow.
Hey, man.
There's no flow. We're just vibing out.
What I love from the founder side and what the three of us do is it's hard to break out from the one hero product and create additional hero products.
But it's like, so like, what is your parallel path there?
So me, I founded Aroma 360 and Hotel Collection. So
Okay.
so outside of the core scenting stuff, then we got into the whole luxury lifestyle side of things. But for me, a lot of the times when you see a lot of these brands, they can do one product really fucking well.
Yeah, well, that's what we do with blankets.
Right.
We're the most sold blanket in America.
So that's your hero.
No.
What was
that-
your hero?
I'm saying that. I'm saying that's the impressive part, right? Because it's like nobody had ever, nobody like, he got it to the point where there was no other hoodie.
Was hoodie the first SKU? All right, so greens was like our 100th plus SKU. Like we had pre-workouts, then protein powders.
Oh,
and
but
cutlery
the
powders.
greens is just what hit.
And then the greens was like, oh, it's a
That was
rocket
the
ship.
win. That
And
was
then
the
Leo
win.
came on right at that point, and then we went to the moon. Yeah.
We'll do 1.5 billion this year.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do like we're projecting 3 next year. We just took so influencer wise, which is why that excited me when you guys talked about it, is like we found very early. I had no money. I bootstrapped Comfort with 50 grand. We took the business and was just like, well, we can't afford celebrities. We can't afford macro creators. We're gonna get these super micro creators that are working 9 to 5s that live in fucking Kansas, and you train them how to make content, and then they just dial in. Like, so we took 500 creators, core creators, and we built this like funnel of just like a 10 to 15 videos a day being posted by everybody, flooded the market, and then we have really good media buyers, and we figured out like the incremental growth of every channel. So we became #1 at TikTok Shop, and then just went to like, our Meta's our biggest spend, I'm sure for you guys too.
Is the website?
What?
We met up with the CEO of Hotel Collection at his headquarters to meet up with Hudson, who's the CEO of Comfort. Comfort's going to do about $1.5 billion this year. CEO, bootstrap the brand to like well over 100 million. Guy's a savage. I think he's like 29. One, it's just awesome to be able to connect with another entrepreneur. You're just instantly boys with the guy just because you guys have such a similar life, and obviously this is a lonely game that we're all playing. Even the people watching this video feel this way, I'm sure. You're taking the black sheep route in society, generally speaking. So being able to connect with another CEO going through rapid growth and everything that comes with that professionally and personally, which is awesome to connect on. We vlogged a whole bunch of it, and man, Hudson's just that guy, and he's just a reminder that you can operate on that startup mentality as a founder into the billions. Everyone thinks that you need to start delegating all aspects of your business and removing yourself as top of the org chart from anyone on the bottom of the org chart. Hudson is still personally talking to his affiliates. And that's just the biggest reminder to me of just like, you can scale a startup culture, which I think is a beautiful thing, to billions of dollars. And that fires me up. And I just, sometimes you need to see it to believe it. And even though we're doing that here at Bloom, like, I feel like we're a bit of an outcast with that model, and to see someone else doing it just has me really inspired to get back to Austin and just double down on that whole effort. We're feet down in Miami. I'm about to speak at the Lunetti event, the mastermind for $1 to $20 million entrepreneurs and founders. I want to break down some of the lessons I think you can learn and apply to yourself out of this. Everything you're about to learn really comes down to these 4 things. The first, why opportunities don't reward ideas. They reward execution. No one gives a fuck if you have 500 good ideas if you don't execute properly. The second, why if you don't know exactly who you're building for, nothing works. The third, how your environment determines your ceiling and why most people never change it. Your environment is everything. And the last, why the goal isn't success, it's who you become in the process of chasing that success. Because if you become the right person, everything else follows. I promise you that. All right, so this is what's fucking crazy. We met up with two guys specifically who I know are doing bigger numbers than Bloom. Met up with Hudson, and we met up with Dom Icavone. First of all, we were out with Dom Icavone's team last night, smoking cigars on the beach. They were in the gym before me this morning, the whole fucking team. Which, you know, that gave me a little bit of a reality check. Hudson yesterday was already at the top of his craft, already at the top of competition, and still working like it was day 0. So 2 just like incredible reality checks on what it takes to be the best and how there's just no fucking finish line. So to see Dom and his team at the gym this morning before me, but I like identify as someone who's at the gym first. And like to see them there fucking crushing it, and they were like borderline 3/4 done with their workout. And then seeing Hudson yesterday just working like a madman when he's already doing a fucking $1.5 billion brand. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will. Excited to crash land into some public speaking today and knock this off my fear list a little bit. I think it's only going to be 30, 40, maybe 50 guys and women. But excited to share some of my lessons. A lot of the lessons are going to come out of the YouTube video that we posted last week, which was me kind of rehearsing it, in my backyard, kind of going through 11 lessons that I learned in my 20s. I've refined them a bit to reflect more just like where I'm at right now. And yeah, excited to run through the deck and hopefully have some badass Q&A. I'm the most excited to share with you guys the Q&A because sometimes those just like spontaneous questions get the best gems out of everybody. But yeah, let's go.
My first guest in the whole entire Lunetti platform. I couldn't pick a better person. I think Greg is an amazing operator. I think he's a visionary. I think he's a no bullshit type of person. So without further ado, Greg Rebecchia.
This is kind of like the story of my 10-year overnight success that today everybody kind of sees this. We're on track to do $500 million this year. And I want to kind of start from day zero. The entrepreneurship journey actually started before Bloom, but today some stats just kind of introduce myself to everybody in the room. For people who don't know me, I am Greg Lavecchia. I am the co-founder and CEO of Bloom. I co-founded the company with my wife. 2024, we bootstrapped the business as just a nutrition portfolio with a hero SKU greens bottle to $180 million. We up to date, 2024 forward, have raised $250 million. We're in 80,000 retail doors today. We are a top 5 energy drink in MULO, which is like the Walmarts and Targets of the world. And we have accumulated over 15 billion views, maybe 20 billion views now on TikTok and Instagram across our influencer marketing, in-house agency that we've built over the last 7 years. I actually remember I was driving home probably a month in, and I'm in my dream car. It was my only car. It was a highly modified McLaren 720S. Like fire shooting out the back. And I'm like pulling my hair out stressed, like the most miserable I've been in my life. And I'm waiting at this red light headed home. It's probably like, 8 p.m. And to my right is like the shittiest car you've ever seen. Weed smoke coming out the windows, Domino's delivery on top, and like music bumping, and the guy's having the night of his life delivering these pizzas. And I was just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I miserable? And this guy in this Toyota Camry from 05 is like living his best life in Venice, California. Every time I see Dom like every 6 months, we'll run into each other. He's talking about completely new shit. And I'm like, what about where we left off 6 months ago? And so that's just like a common trait you will see with fucking winners, is they're unrecognizable every 6 months to a year. Guys, the American dream is more alive than ever. Like this shit is so possible. It's crazy, the people just walking around Miami they're always younger and younger every single year, like that are hopping on these opportunities. And surround yourself with these young people because they're on top of these digital trends more than anybody else. That is my biggest growth hack, is just surround yourself with the new generation of who's doing these tricks. What they're talking about, I've got no idea. Yep. Like, it's crazy. A newer entrepreneur is, and this is no shade, I was the same way. A newer entrepreneur is like so captive of their ideas and what they're working on, and feels like this secret can't get out. And then eventually you get to the day where you're just sitting on stage telling everything that you're doing in your business, and you realize there's no secrets, and like it's all just about execution. First, when the brand was smaller, you may just have one avatar. So let's say when we launched, it was a woman 18 to 25 years old who was trying to lose body fat and bloom into their best selves. Right? And they shopped at Target every Saturday, and they drove a Toyota Camry. Like, try to really define who that person is, and then who does she follow? Those are the first influencers that you should try to work with. Every other entrepreneur that I was meeting, or everyone of extreme wealth and success, was on their third wife, or didn't talk to their kids, or had just values or a life that I did not aspire to be like. And I was like, is this a direct relationship? Like, is this just come with this life that I'm chasing here? Mm-hmm. And Das had a very healthy marriage, had 4 kids. Every time I called him, he was at his baseball game for his kids. And I said, I want to be this guy's apprentice. And that's why we moved to Texas. He didn't tell us to move to Texas. And it definitely was not the highest enterprise value of all the offers that we had on the table, but as a 28-year-old, I wanted to make sure that I had the right mentors around me. You can become quite a fucking savage in this entrepreneurship game and in this career game that we're all playing, and just making sure that you stay grounded and you remember like why you kind of started this journey, to probably provide for your family, your team, your friends, yourself, and live the best life possible. and what actually matters. Just be careful of who this grind can turn you into, and look at yourself on a regular basis and make sure you're not becoming who you don't want to be. Congrats for being here. This is the first step, and it sounds like you guys are fucking crushing it. So thanks for having me. Good job, bro. All right, so we just crushed the Lunetti event. We were talking to entrepreneurs and founders doing 1 to 20 million in their businesses. And first of all, like, damn, the entrepreneurship community just fires me up so much. We're really all just trying to lift each other up. And I used to be so toxically competitive and thought I couldn't network. And seeing the homies in this room, men and women, just wanting to network and help each other was so killer. And it made me feel so comfortable speaking and sharing in that room. I would say if there's anything that you feel like in your life is making you, where you just kind of feel like a coward in a certain category of your life. For me, it's public speaking. In this case, it was a large arena of room, but honestly, I feel the same way even just talking to my team. Like, it's 100 people sometimes, and I'm speaking to them, and I get fucking nervous, and I don't like that. But what makes a coward is not somebody who feels fear. It is somebody who, what makes a brave man is not somebody who feels fear or somebody who doesn't feel fear. A brave man is somebody who feels fear but does it anyway. And so you are only a coward if you feel fear and don't do it because of the fear. And if there's any category of your life where you're like, damn, I'm being a little bit of a coward here, you have to go after that thing. And it doesn't mean you're not going to be successful in business or entrepreneurship or whatever you're watching this video for, but it does mean that you're not going to be 70-year-old on your rocking chair knowing that you conquered all of your fucking fears. And honestly, now that I'm just thinking out loud with y'all, it's like the whole lesson from this thing is there's never going to be the perfect opportunity to go after your fears. Perfection's the enemy of progress for everything in life, but it's like, I didn't know that this speaking event would come across my plate and that I could say yes to it. And honestly, I could have easily said no. I don't owe Dom Icavone any favors. I don't owe this community any favors. I didn't even get paid for this. But I knew that it was an opportunity to go up against my fears, and that's why I did it. And that's what I know. If you guys are 20, 30, 40 years old and you want to become the best version of yourself, do not wait for the perfect environment to go after your fears. Just fucking stab them. Just go after them. And at the end of the day, it's not money, it's not status. What actually matters is becoming the best version of yourself. And the only way out is through. The only thing stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself, you just need to go do that thing. The only way to get through a storm is to literally drive through it in life. And you just need to do that on the small things, the big things, the medium-sized things, the family bullshit, the business bullshit, the relationship bullshit. Go through them, fam. And that's how you find yourself in just a 10-year span so outrageously further ahead than you were 10 years previously. I came here and on the flight I said how Dom didn't even pay me. I didn't want anything from Dom. Honestly, I'm so inspired by this fucking trip. I would have paid money to fucking come here. And last night we were smoking cigars and he knew I just bought a watch that day and he kept asking me, what watch are you gonna buy? Which, like, Dom doesn't really ask that shit because he's not nosy. And I think he was like, fucking, I hope he didn't buy this. You know what I'm saying? But this is big. This is very big because this is like the old sub. So this is bigger than the green on green one I have. Dude, he was fucking super low key about this. He like slipped me a Rolex box on the beach. Crazy.